A social worker's opinion on Nick and Mariah. This video is going to come with a big trigger warning. But I've had several of you reach out and ask me, and boy, I had the pleasure of watching many of their videos this weekend to get caught up, so do I have a video for you. If you don't know me and just happen to stumble across my page, my name is Angie. I've been a social worker for 30 years, 20 of those years doing family social work, the other 10 doing youth and young adult justice-involved social work. I come on here and I do videos on some of the people that you guys are just curious about, whether it be parenting, DV, any type of abuse that may be going on, or you guys are just nosy and you guys just want my opinion, so I want to give it to you. So I had several people ask me about this, so let's talk about it. As a disclaimer, I don't know anything about any cases. I don't know if they have cases, etc. I am only giving you my opinion based on the information they put out onto the internet. Okay? Now, I had heard a little bit, or I had seen Nick and Mariah while I was, scanning the tickety-tockety as I do, but never really paid too much attention to it. There was a few times when they were in Louisiana that I watched them, and at first I thought, it was like on their trip down there, I was like, oh, this is a cute little couple in love just going off to Louisiana. I was wrong. There's a lot going on there. I know we use the word narcissist or narcissism a lot, especially in the last several years. A lot of people don't really know what that true definition is. Nick, I know I said the same thing about Gypsy. Nick is another one. You'll actually see kind of their styles are somewhat similar in a way. But Nick is a textbook narcissist. So apparently I don't know anything that happened pretty much prior to Louisiana, right? So they go to Louisiana, they take the bus down. Almost instantaneously, he is instantly saying, he's on this pressure of timeline. We only got, 29 days or 30 days, whatever it was, for me to get tea. I gotta be able to get a doctor to get tea. I've gotta get tea. I gotta get tea. If you know what that means. He even said, I'm gonna be roiding out if I don't get a doctor to get me the tea in this many days. And every day was a countdown, and every day it was pressure, I guess, for her to find it or get it. I wasn't sure why that was put on her so much. He doesn't want her to go anywhere. He doesn't want her to do anything, but then he belittles her and puts her down because she won't go anywhere and she won't do anything. She won't get a job. She won't do anything, but he doesn't want her to. So, it's in one of those situations, damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation. The way he speaks to her, Miles agrees. The way he speaks to her is run. It's serious when Miles wants to come in and give his, give his say. Jesus, damn cat. Anyways, I do try to take things lighthearted, try to put things in a lighthearted situation. There is nothing lighthearted about this situation, so I want to make sure that is very clear. Even though Miles is going crazy in the back, there's nothing lighthearted about it. Mariah, the advice I would give to you is run. Run as fast as you can and never look back. Do not look back. Just go. Nick, advice I would give to you is get enrolled. I know you've stated that you've done a bunch of rehabs. I believe you even finished some stints of rehab, and I think some that you haven't. I'm not 100% on that. But what I think would be important for you would be to do a dual diagnosis rehab center where they will be able to treat your mental health and your addiction piece of it, right? Because those are going hand in hand. A lot of people actually get started utilizing substances because of their mental health stuff. It's like something's going on, but they're not 100% sure. And people aren't always so confident, especially when they're young. They're not so comfortable going and talking to people like, hey, this is what's going on inside my head or whatever. And so they start self-medicating, right? That's how they start they start using different things. We always call it self-medicating. And maybe whatever you started using at the time didn't work, so you moved to different things. I'm not 100% sure. I know you've listed a list of things that you've used. The other thing that you do, Nick, that you could really get into trouble doing is, even though you try to use code words, they're not code words, but you come on and you solicit acts, right, for certain amounts of money, whether it be a video. You've asked people to have a partner to do such things. Hello. You're really looking at a lot of trouble doing that. Well, you're in New Orleans. There was a time there, I think, like a 3-day period. I don't know, you got like arrested twice, you got tased 3 or 4 times, but you truly believe none of it is ever your fault. You always say, it was not my fault. I did nothing wrong. It was not my fault. I did absolutely nothing wrong, every single time. So explain to me, Nick, how is it that you get kicked out of multiple hotels in a day? Like just recently, just this weekend, you got kicked out of 2 hotels in 1 day. But it's never your fault. You belittle Mariah so much. It's like you nitpick at her, right? You know her likes, her dislikes, whatever. You know she doesn't like to be online, but you just sit there and you constantly just jab at her. This last video that I saw, which is why I ended up doing this video today, where you sat her up in front of the camera and you made her sit there on a live. And you're like, am I the best boyfriend you ever had? Don't I treat you good? Have you ever been treated like this before? Do I make you feel like a queen? And you just badgering her with questions. She's just like, yeah. No. Nick, the answer to all of those questions is no. No, you don't treat her good. No, she does not feel respected. No, she does not feel safe. No, you're not the best she's ever had. No. The answer's no. I can tell you that from the outside just looking in. I'm not saying Nick's 100% at fault. I'm sure Mariah is definitely, at fault as well, right? But for you to treat her that way is absolutely mind-blowing to me. If you were that unhappy, Nick, why not leave? Right? Just leave. Be done with it, like you said. Then you did that video after you got kicked out of the second hotel. I'm not sure who that random lady was that just randomly like popped up out of nowhere. That was just kind of weird. I guess she was just driving by. I just thought she'd stop in. And then you go on live again, and Mariah begs you, do not go on live. Stop going on live in hotels. Stop going on live when you're at work, yada, yada, yada. But then you can continuously go on live. And then you go on live and you show a picture of all of your guys' stuff out there, and Mariah sitting outside after asking you, do not go live, and you do it again. So you don't respect her. You don't respect her boundaries. And I think it's because you're not thinking clearly, and you're really walking a really fine line there, because somebody's going to take you up on that offer that you keep giving them, and it's not going to turn out good. I can tell you right now, that's not going to turn out good. It's not going to be a good situation. So again, I want nothing but the best for both of you. I just don't see it that it's going to be with you guys being together. So that's a social worker's opinion on Nick and Mariah. If you guys have anybody else you guys want me to do, please feel free to drop it in the comments. And if you have questions about your own case, you guys want advice, whatever, be sure to DM me. Maybe put in the comments you DM me, because I still have a lot of DMs and I am trying to get to them. But a lot of people have just been saying, hey, I messaged you a DM, and I'm able to see it then right then, so that has kind of worked as well. So, and then any other names, just drop in the comments. Besides that, I hope you guys all have a fabulous rest of your weekend.
Tiny.